Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the 2021 Mr. Olympia, the Open. Big Ramy retains the title of Mr. Olympia. If you see my post competition video, I personally did not have Ramy winning. Uh, I've seen on a number of other videos some named people in the industry also felt the same way. Bodybuilding is a subjective sport, so it is what it is. Uh, what I want to do is I'm gonna run a little clip of Brandon and Ramy in the side-by-side comparisons. Keep in mind, this was from the second day, Saturday night, the finals, and Ramy did improve in the finals from prejudging, but still in all, he did not at least match what he brought to the Olympia stage last year. All right, let's run the clip. Let you take a look at it, and then I'll give my final thoughts on it. Okay, as I said, this is from the finals. Ramy did bring a better package on the finals than he did to prejudging, but like I also said, he still didn't, at the very least, match what he brought last year. Now, Brandon, on the other hand, and even last year was an improved package than what he bought the previous year when he won the title, but wasn't what he needed to overcome an in shape Ramy, who outsizes him by quite a bit. Biggest knock on Brandon has been his legs. Brandon, like I just said, always made improvements show to show. Something needs to be fixed, something needs to be brought up. It's done. He did bring up his legs. There's no doubt about it. He brought up his legs. Probably could have had a little more detail in them, but he brought up his legs, and it was most noticeable when he turned to the back, because that's where his legs look real small when he turned to the back. Some still criticizing his legs, that he needs to bring them up more, but the truth is, his legs are pretty much balanced now with the rest of his body. You're just looking at him standing next to somebody with freaky legs. And I do think there's something else going on with his legs. And I'll talk about that more in another video. So Brandon made the improvements that he needed to make. He brought in a fuller package. Ramy, on the other hand, did not match the conditioning that he brought last year. And I think Brandon is, when you go body part for body part, a more complete bodybuilder. Yes, he gives away a substantial amount of size to Ramy, but size isn't everything. Now, if all of the things equal, size most certainly is going to be the determining factor. But there are a lot of other things that we look at when we're judging a bodybuilding show. Now, as far as the comparisons, on probably the best argument for Ramy would be the front shots, the front double biceps, and the front lat spread. But even then, Brandon is no slouch by any means. His arms actually appear to be almost as big as Ramy's, although structurally is not as big. He got wide clavicles, wide shoulders, a wide upper back, and a narrow waist. So in both those front shots, it really accentuates his shape, his X-frame. And when it comes down to it, the conditioning, Brandon has him beat in the conditioning. When they turn to the side for the side chest, this excuse me. This is what I found really interesting. Where Ramy should be overpowering Brandon Curry looked as big as Ramy in the side chest shot. Thick throughout the chest, shoulders, arms. Doesn't have that hanging hamstring like Ramy, but from the side, his legs look damn good also, Brandon. And he beats him. That's a pose that he shouldn't beat Ramy in. And while we're on the side, let's go jump into the side triceps. That's another one. Brandon's arms actually, to me, look a little bigger than Ramy. He holds the pose much better. Gives a much better presentation, better conditioning, and I think he easily takes the side triceps. Now, you turn around to the back, it says shows a one from the back. This is a problem for Ramy because when you look at it from the back double biceps, he has the shoulders, arms, the upper back, the width, the detail, but his lats are a little high, but not just that. He lacks thickness from the midway down all the way down to his lumbar. He's missing over there. Now, Brandon, those wide shoulders, wide back with a narrow waist, great arms, great detail in the back, and he has thickness going all the way down to his lumbar. I think he easily beats him in the back double biceps. The real lat spread, Yeah, Ramy's as wide as the side of a barn, but uh, first off, he looks a little awkward in the pose. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the way he's holding it, but I think Brandon has more detail, and he has that thickness going down to the lower back. And like I just said, even though Ramy is as wide as the side of a barn, Brandon has wide shoulders, wide upper back with that narrow waist, which creates the illusion of being even wider than what he is. I think, and the lower body. You're not going to match Ramy in size, but the legs from the rear was really a very weak uh, spot point for Brandon, and his legs look pretty big, sufficiently big from the rear with detail. Uh, and I think that he takes him on both those shots. Now you go back to the turn back around abs and thighs. Uh, yeah, Brandon's needs more detail in the thighs, but beyond that, the narrow waist, that wide back, the wide lats, wide flaring lats. And you look at Ramy, he actually looks blocky, and not just in this pose. In a number of shots, his midsection looked blocky, and that was one thing that we always said about Ramy. For as big a structure man as he has a pretty tight midsection. He was looking blocky in a few shots, and especially in the abs and thighs. And I can't see him beating Brandon in the abs and thighs. And the most muscular is another one where Ramy should be blowing Brandon out of the water. And Brandon's battling him. He's battling him good in this shot. Now, all in all, I mean, I'm not a judge, and I wasn't sitting there ringside. I'm just going by what I see, how I see it. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I've seen in a few other videos a number of people, quite a few people, and a few of them were big names in bodybuilding, in the bodybuilding industry, whether they were uh, commentators of some sort, or competitors, former competitors, agreed with me also, and did not think Ramy won it. To conclude the video, Ramy, if he would have brought at least the conditioning he would have brought last year, not better, I might not make it. I might not be making this video now. I might not have such a argument against him winning, but he didn't. And size alone does not make a Mr. Olympia champion. I think Brandon out-conditioned him. The shape, structure, flow, all that, I think Brandon was superior. And the legs that we've knocked on him for such a long time. They're not an outstanding body part of his. They're not a standout, or should I say, standout body part of his, but he has brought him up. And they're pretty much in balance with the rest of the body. All right, I personally think that Brandon should have taken first place, and I even would have put Hardy Chupon second, and then Big Ramy third. Oh, just to conclude the video, one of the other people who agreed with me first, second, and third was Lee Priest. That's on one of the videos I was watching. That's exactly the way he saw it. At the end of the day, Ramy's still the champion. Will he come back next year, improved, and make it a third? He should look back at what happened with Jay Cutler. 2006, Jay Cutler finally defeats Ronnie Coleman. 2007, he beats out Victor Martinez, which many people think Victor should have won. It's considered a very controversial Olympia decision. And then what happened the following year? He ended up getting beaten, not only beaten, albeit a great bodybuilder, but a much smaller man, and Dexter Jackson. But Ramy, you won the 2020 Mr. Olympia. I think you got lucky with the 2021. Next year, if you don't bring it, you might not be as lucky. Okay, if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in the video, please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Once again, this is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.